But did your mum dress you up or down or just keep you warm?
That's a really good point. Well, it was the beginning of the 80s, so there was lots of brown corduroy. Yeah, no, dressed me up.
She dressed you up?
Yeah.
And now, do you... What I'm trying to find out is it that mums have always wanted to look as good as their daughters, or is it a relatively new phenomenon? Is there a bit of this competition thing going? In that video clip we showed there, it struck me that competition was the key to this.
I think, no, the mums that we have mostly are young mums, so they're still in their late 30s or early mid-30s, whatever, and they're all still pretty hot.
Right.
And but someone actually at my mum's work,
Have
when
you
they
ever been
found out...
clubbing with your mum?
Yes, I do it all the time. And actually I found out that I thought I had a very nice, normal relationship with my mum, but my stylist in the show told me that I shouldn't have a few of the same dresses as her, which I do. But,
so you had the same dresses as your mother?
Yeah, but then...
No wonder they got you to do this show.
Yeah. No, but they're not like, you know, 55-year-old dresses or 28-year-old dresses. They're just sort of, you know, classy and nice. But the thing is that someone did say to her in work, "Oh, so it's called Hotter Than My Daughter. Are you going to go on it?" And she, which is so nice, I love you, Mum, very much, she's lovely. She did say, "Dear God, I don't think I'm hotter than my daughter." So I was like, "Oh, yeah, thank you, thank God." You know what I mean? But some of those kids are just totally mortified and dying. I mean, the show tomorrow, I actually do say to one woman, I would keel over if my mum wore that, because it's just wrong.
See, I wouldn't be so bothered about what they wear, but I would be bothered about going out clubbing with them and seeing them bogle with some dude right in front of me. That would, give me the creeps.
You saw before, that lady does like younger men, and the girl
Cougars,
does have
isn't it?
Yeah, she has a story.
Were there any mums, Liz, who were still married to the girls' dads?
Yes.
Okay.
The lady who says she oozes sex appeal, then she's...
That's a really weird thing to say about yourself.
Did you speak to the husband? Did he agree?
We didn't speak to him, actually, no.
He's probably not allowed to speak.
Yeah. Shut up!
Now, Janet, what do you make? Is there a phenomenon going on here? There's been an awful lot said about mums, cougars, predatory older women.
Well, of course, if you want to look nice, but you're not competing with your daughters, that is the real borderline to me.
Right.
And the only time you should be hotter than your daughter is when you're having a flush, really, because it's legitimate. I just think, the rest...
You can get drunk with that now.
Yeah, but I just think the idea of raising a child that you suddenly look at and think, oh, no, not in my house, honey, and then you kind of elbow them out the way.
Would you ever wear the same dress or buy the same dress as, say, Sophie?
That depends. Probably not. And you've met Soph, haven't you? She's 5'10" and I'm not. And also there is that thing, I think, that although I absolutely disagree with these kind of, after a certain age you can't do that, because we all know there are loads of women who can and can't do both things. I do think there is a way that when you get older, and this is really tragic, it might fit you from Topshop or any high street store, but it looks different.
Yeah.
Because you move differently. Your body is different. You might have the same shape, but your physicality is different, which is why, the little dress looks great on an 18-year-old and slightly worrying on somebody older. And that is just the truth. Of course there are certain things that cross over, and of course there are certain times when both daughters have raided my wardrobe. But as Liz said, that's because I never throw anything out. So I've got tons of stuff in there, and more than they can afford at the moment. Well, the younger one anyway.
OK. I'm fascinated by this, whether it's a new phenomenon or not. It strikes me that it's new, mums trying to outdo their daughters, so let's find out. And Kirsty, what about you and your mum?
My mum's really beautiful. She is really beautiful, but she's...
Do you go clubbing with her?
Never. Never.
Does she ask?
Wrong with it?
There's nothing going... No, I'll tell you what's wrong.
real...
It's the idea that you see your mum getting off with somebody else in a nightclub.
Oh, no, that's
that would be too much.
That's going pulling together. That's not going clubbing.
OK. Pulling as opposed to clubbing. It's sorry, for me, it's just one thing.
We have Linda first on line one.
OK. Linda, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Morning. So, are you a daughter or a mother?
I'm a mother, and you have my lovely, beautiful daughter in your audience this morning.
Who is it?
I follow her everywhere.
What's her name?
Serafina.
Oh, I love this show. Right. Now, this could be a very interesting Q&A. Totally unrehearsed.
I'm afraid it would be very boring, because I believe that, I've had my time. I invest in my daughter, and I invest in her physical well-being, her emotional well-being. And my job is to tell her how beautiful she is. I've been beautiful. I was young, I had the fashions, I did what I wanted to do. her time, and it's about her now. And yeah, I like to look good, and I try to dress about 5 years younger than what I am.
She looks lovely when she does. She doesn't do it in, you know, she doesn't reveal herself or anything like that. My mum actually dresses quite classy.
Your mum is gorgeous.
My mum is beautiful.
I mean, she's a beautiful person. It comes through.
She's a lovely person, and she's a great mum. She's not the sort of person who she doesn't go out clubbing. She's never done it. She's invested
What does she dress
all her
like?
time
Do you like the way she dresses?
I do. I have stolen some of her clothes on occasion.
Do they look better on you?
No, but they look lovely on her. I'm actually wearing her earrings right now. But no, she's not the kind of person who goes out clubbing or anything. She's invested everything in her kids, and she's, you know, she does have good taste in clothes, and she's actually very good with fashion.
Now, what about your friends? I know you're in with college, and there's a fair few here, but let's assume that none of them are with you at the moment. Do any of them have mums that are maybe slightly more competitive, or is everybody? Yes.
Not in here.
No,
not that I know of, but yes.
And what is your take on that?
I think it's some of them. A couple of people that I know, it's absolutely appalling. And I mean, they don't have the figure to do what they do, and it's really terrible.
And why do
you have the phone numbers, because that would be great.
I left my phone on the coach.
But why are they doing it? Is it because they've got no sense of style or what suits them, or is there an element of competition with their daughters, or maybe they want to live vicariously through their daughters, be young with their daughters?
It's really just attention seeking, if you ask me. Because
but also
if
they're
they're
deluded,
parents...
aren't they? They are deluded, aren't they? They assume they can carry it off. I would broaden it out. There's nothing more sad for me than seeing a dad dressing down to a youth level. You know, he's
Well, okay.
Yeah, the stupid hair going on, or a dad wearing plimsolls, these sort of white plimsolls from Topshop the kids wear. Now, my son Tom wears all these little trendy clothes, and I see a dad wearing those clothes, it just looks tragic.
OK. By the way, you are brilliant speaking on television, considering you just pulled that off on you. Thank you. And also, Linda, thank you so much for the call. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. Let's have another, Kirsty.
Oh, we have Charlotte. She's on line 2.
Charlotte, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
And I hear from Kirsty you have a competitive mum.
Yeah, I don't think she does it consciously. I think it's maybe, you know, in her subconscious. But what tends to happen is she kind of goes on at me about my weight, kind of like I'm too skinny. And it frustrates me because I'm not too skinny, I'm just fit, you know, like I just work out all the time and that. And she's losing weight now and I'm frightened. See, we go to the pub occasionally that she's going to want to, like, pull men in me and that.
And is Dad still about?
They're not together. I mean, they broke up when I was about 10, so, I mean...
So do you think there's an element of envy that you're young?
I do. I mean, I love her to bits, you know, she's my rock. I wouldn't want to think I was, you know, slagging her off in any way, but, you know, she does kind of go on at me too much about I'm too skinny and that, and I'm actually a stone over my ideal weight, so it's not like I'm...
And your concern is she's going to slim herself obsessively to keep up with you?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think she looks great now, but, I mean, she's a little bit on the larger side, no offence to her, but...
It's all right, just slag her off. I mean, you've done a pretty good job so far on National Telly. I mean, carry on. Anything else you want to say? Does she smell, Charlotte? Does she smell?
Lovely.
Good, I'm teasing. Thank you for the call. I had loads on that, but I thought your mum was such a star, we had to keep her on, so...